Hello, everyone. What I have in here is a collection of coins from all over the world. Old, very old, and from even from countries that aren't even around anymore. So this is very exciting. I've actually been meaning to do this video for a little while, but certainly all day today I didn't want to go live. Black labels on. Oh man. Oh well, that's okay. Let's just get started. This tin is kind of, oh, well, it doesn't seem to be terribly difficult to get off. So we'll start with some cash here. Yeah, let's start with some cash. Got I guess this is the very most recent addition to the collection here is a $2 American bill. Let's see what the date says. 2013, so that's not even that old. Interesting. I'm going to check the watermark here. It appears to be a legitimate bill. So there's the back of that. Looks like the... Now we know where he keeps his money. Yeah, practically none of this is worth anything. Yeah. And certainly not worth anything in one piece. You know, even this thing here, a very interesting coin here, the Silver Buffalo nickel. This is actually one of the most fascinating coins I have in my collection here. Hey, what's up, Ken? Falling Bomb, hello. This is a really fascinating coin, guys, because this is from 1937. Now, 1956 is when they enacted added "In God We Trust" on our bills and on our coins, and I very much have hard feelings about that. But here is a 1937 coin here, and in the corner of the back of the bill, of the back of the coin, right above the back of this buffalo here, it actually says in small print, "E pluribus unum." Let's see if I can get that in the shot there, but it's hard to tell. It says it right there. And for some crazy, ridiculous patriotic reason, many Christians like to believe that we are a Christian nation. But this right here tells you that when we were fighting in the First and Second World War, they didn't have "In God We Trust" on our bills. They didn't have that on our money. That means that soldiers who were fighting for our freedom were not subjected to that sort of thing. And I always found that really important. Of course, I guess I may be inaccurate on the times there. I really don't know when we were in World War I and II. But anyway, let's continue. That's not very important there. What's this here? This looks like a... Should probably get a light go. I guess I got all my lights gone. Double printed one. Silver die. Oh, I'm afraid not. Hey. Hey, Hazel Reptiles. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how beautiful your voice and snakes are. Anybody's interested in reptiles and a very awesome, interesting channel, you should go on over and check her out. Because I was surprised. I was very shocked. I was just like, oh my god. Let's see, what was this again? This was a... Man, that's really faded. I can't hardly see what it says. 1907. Wow, 1907, guys. That's pretty old. I think that might be the oldest coin I have. Okay, so let's get down to the more interesting coins here, guys. And, oh, here's something cool here. A 1925. Huh, would you look at that? So in 1956, we put in God We Trust. But this is a 1925, and it says it right there. That's actually pretty fascinating. I'm gonna have to look that up again. Interesting. And there's the back of the silver dollar. The eagle. And of course, the Liberty head there. And it looks pretty faded, like someone was rubbing this for luck. So that's always fascinating. Let's take a look at this one. We'll just pull random ones out. I'm probably going to be on the stream for a little bit, so maybe we'll find some interesting coins. Let's see. This is a... Looks like it's English. Oh, it's Italian. Got a turtle that will weigh 100 pounds when he's 10 years old. Oh my goodness gracious. Whew. Yeah, piece of junk. Yeah, I mean it's solid silver. You can hear it. Let's see if I can. Well, yeah, it's hard to show you guys what it sounds like. I'm trying to, but it's fine. But that's definitely one of my favorite coins there, mostly because it's so big. So we were looking at an Italian coin there a second ago. Here it is. It says, let's see the date. Oh, it looks like it's got writing on the side there. But let's take a look at that. Man, I guess maybe I should get some kind of lighting in here, but it's got sailboats on there. It's really pretty. Oh man, I actually may not be doing a good job with this video, guys. Let's check it out. Maybe that's better. Let's try that. Huh. All right, let's try that. That's a little better. So here's got some sailboats on this one. Man, this is a... Maybe I can zoom. Let's try that. Let's try the zoom instead. It's kind of hard for me to see because I've got this tool in the picture. There we go. That's a little better. It's still a little blurry. Yeah, there's an Italian coin here. Let's continue. See here. A 1951, 2 shillings. Let's see here. Georgius V. Huh. All kinds of crazy language there. I'll just let you guys read that. Oh, come on. Focus. Are you gonna focus? Okay, it's fine. Very neat. Let's check out the other side. It looks like the seal of their country or something. Very pretty. Doesn't look like it has any words on the side there. Ooh, here's a nice tiny one. I love the tiny coins. There's a cute little tiny coins. Too scaly. You'll take it. You are doing just fine. Oh, good. Biblical shekels? No, I don't think so. I think that it would be. This is actually in my dad's collection, guys. I've added to it myself, but nothing really of any particular value. I think some Spanish coins or Mexican dollars or something like that. I really have no idea where this is from, guys, because the language is scribbled to me. There, I think that might be. Oh, let me plug my phone in. can't. Okay. So if we can take a look at that, looks like some kind of Arabic or Persian or something. I have no idea. Or I guess I have no idea. Yeah, is that just not having any? I just can't seem to do any kind of focusing. Maybe I should have like a white background. Yeah, I think we'll just have to manage, guys. Maybe I should bring the lamp. Maybe that will help. Oh, that's much better. So that's like a crazy sand scratch. I'm trying not to be terribly ignorant about these coins, guys. Okay, let's see here. This is a peso. There. Too bright? Is it really? Is it too bright? Maybe a Swiss franc. It's hard. I'm pretty sure that has more to do in the Arabic countries. Like here, you see they have one of those funny hats. I guess I don't know if that's Arabic at all. Come on. This camera just seems to have no ability whatsoever to focus at all. Maybe if I zoom in just a little bit more. Nope. Come on, really? I mean, it just has no ability whatsoever to focus. I guess because it's the front of the camera. And it just is not a focusing kind of camera. Zoom out. No, it didn't zoom out. Man. There. Let's try that. Man, that is just so aggravating. I should have probably been a little bit more prepared for this, guys. Trouble is, if I turn around the camera, then I won't be able to see the chat. Catch you next time. I have to run. That's okay. This is going to be on a little while. But let's keep moving. If I can't seem to get a good view, then we'll just have to move on, I think. Oh, man. That is just terrible. Man. Yeah, it's just... nothing works. Let's try that. Okay, there we go. I have the magnifying glass in front of this. So here's the Spanish franc, or peso, excuse me. Oh, wow, look at the design in there. It's like very Mayan, you know, with the Aztec, or, you know, I don't know if there's a difference between Mayan and Aztec. He's now Alaska. He's online. It looks like they have some kind of griffin or eagle at the back there, killing and eating a snake. Yep. Let's look for a cool one. Let's look for a cool one. Hey, this one looks neat. And it looks a little old. So that's all silver for sure. That's definitely a silver coin. And it looks some kind of English. You know, the crown, but I don't see. Maybe that says Victoria. I think that's Latin on that side. One Florin. Nice. So there's a florin, guys. That's very pretty. 1/10 of a pound. Okay, so a dime. Wow, that's incredible. That's a pretty big dime, guys. 1930. That's pretty big. Look at the beautiful bird on the back there. That's pretty cool there. And whatever it is, it's 5 of it. And I take it it's not mirrored for you guys. I just want to clarify that, right? Yeah, that it's not mirrored. And it looks like they have a laurel around the edge there, if I understand that correctly. Here's an interesting one. King Emperor George V. King Emperor. Oh no, maybe I'm missing some chancy. Top of green towel or black? Hey, yeah, maybe. Maybe something a little darker. Let's try that. Maybe that helps. There we go. So what does this say? King Emperor George V. That's what that says there. Yeah. Oh, this is 1 penny. Southern Rhodesia. So this is a Rhodesian coin, guys. Interesting. Emperor, huh? So 1942. This must have been after my dad's. This must be after Rhodesia was. Oh, it's Rhodesia. So this is before the British lost the war against the Africans. So my dad was raised. My dad was raised in Rhodesia, before it became Zimbabwe today. In fact, the leader of the country of Zimbabwe has actually just been taken out of office by force recently, and they are now holding elections. And I actually believe today or yesterday was the day that the elections came in and the numbers were in. And so right now, Zimbabwe is going through a complete regime change. Very interesting stuff. So let's put that aside there. Let's take a look at some of these bills here. I have here money from Zimbabwe. We'll take a look at them when we got not so zoomed. Here's a shilling. Looks like they've got corn on the coin. That's interesting. Shilling there. And Mawali. Come on. Interesting. There's a really cool coin there. There's another Florian. $2, I'm sure. That's what that means. Let's see at the other side. Oh, the other side. It's a 1966. The other side is a harp. Interesting. I haven't looked at these coins in a very long time, guys. Just so you know. There's a Elizabeth II. Wow, let's see what the age is. 57. Look at the pretty. Oh man, look how beautiful that is. It's a really beautiful coin, guys. Very beautiful. Yeah, it turns out everybody decided to go live just about now. I was going to go live earlier, but I thought my father was going to be leaving pretty soon, and I didn't want to be live while he was heading out. But it turns out he might be leaving way later, so I decided to go live as soon as I heard that. There's a cute little coin there. Looks like a sailboat on the back. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I guess I can't really. we go. Interesting. The other side there. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out better ways to show you guys these coins, but I'm figuring it out. So this is probably 2.5, whatever their currency is. There we go. Let's try. Let's dig a little deeper. See if we can't find a really fascinating coin here. Here's something neat. Ooh. 10 cents? That's a big coin for 10 cents. There we go. Let's see the detail of the relief there. Very pretty. So faded. Let's see what the date is. Whew, 1916, guys, right there at the bottom. Very pretty. There we go. Let's check out the back. Oh, I guess that was the back. This is the front. Looks like a Roman soldier. Oh, it's a French coin. France. This is from France. Very pretty. Ooh. Well, here's another one of those interesting Arabic, I'm sure, coins. Oh, it might be the same as the kind from before. Another little coin. I really like the little coins. I like the big giant ones and the little ones. I'm trying to separate all the little ones. Big ones too. Oh, hey, look at that one. Wow, that's an old one. Whew. Yeah, it only says 1944, but it is in really bad shape. It's got a red cross on it. At least I'm pretty sure that's a red cross. It's very rusty, yeah, rusty. I'm trying to get a good view. It's very faded. Not really sure where it's from. Bolivia. My goodness. Oh, it's so hard to get a good view of that. Oh my, I was in the shadow. I was shadowing it. Then here, let's keep on going. There's a little one. Looks like something from England. Wow. I'll show a little bit. It says Elizabeth, 1977. A new penny. It's a half penny. Let's see if I can't get a good view of that. It's a half penny there. Very interesting. What's this one? Jeez, that's very Arabic. So whatever it is, it's 10. 10 of whatever it is. It's very interesting. The 10 actually has like vertical lines. I don't know if you can pick that up in the camera, but it's definitely very textured. Let's take a look at the other side. You have a oh, I should know what that is. Jesus Christ. LOL. It's more like Jewish Christ. And it looks like a littler one in the top corner there. Trying to get a good view of that. I'm not sure what the little cloud is around it. It might just be corrosion. I'm not sure. Here we go. Let's see here. Unity is strength. Indrag Mark Mag. That must be the same thing, but in another language. This is 1962. It looks a little horse-drawn wagon. Yeah. And it says, oh, Sudi, Africa, South Africa. So this is a South African coin, guys. That's pretty fascinating. What year? 1962 is when that was. Very fascinating. Wow, we're already 25 minutes in, and we barely touched the surface of this, guys. So let's take a look at some of the more interesting coins. Like I have a 1989, JFK thing there. What is this, a $50? Yeah, it's a $50. Let's just look at the back there because it's real pretty. Eagle. You have the arrows and the olive branch, pretty much signifying that we'll both fuck you up and make you serve you peace. We'll both destroy you and build you up. Ooh, here's a nice. Wow, that is really faded, guys. Check out how faded that is. It's so pretty. This is a 2-cent coin. I'm not sure from where, and that is extremely faded. Wow, very faded. Let's see if I can get a good view of that. Oh man, let's see. Oh, I keep putting my head in the view. Oh, just like lean down a little bit. Very faded. Yeah. This is cool. Very detailed. It's very faded, but I'm pretty sure that must be some famous female goddess of some kind. It's a 1 penny. 1 penny. 1921 is that one. Not sure from where. Let's check it out. Oop. It's Latin on there, so it must be some kind of European. Oh, here's something that's even better to see. 1936. So you can actually see her a little better in that one. She's got a trident and very, very much a symbol of power. A shield down at the bottom there at her side, and a sort of Roman helmet. There's a British pound. Here we go. It's pretty much a dollar in English. For us, it's a little more than $1 here in America. And I believe that is Queen Elizabeth II. Oh, wow, here's an old one. Whew. 1926. Not sure where. Where from. But let's take a look at that picture there. That's pretty, looks pretty Roman to me. Some kind of Roman. And I believe that's the front of the coin there. Or the back, I mean. Upright, 1926. Oh, my back. What's this here? It is a Centimos. Republic of Chile. There's a coin from Chile, guys. Very beautiful bird. Trying to get a good view of that, but it's so shiny. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. Kind of hard to see. It just has some wheat in the back there. Now let's take a look at some more interesting coins here. 30 minutes in and barely reached half. Unity of strength, okay. Oh, it's a mark. I'm not sure what country that is. South Africa, that's what it was. So that it looks like two birds on some kind of holly branch. And it says South Africa on there, 1961 for that coin there. Ooh, here's a cute little tiny coin. There's a little coin there. This is a half penny. I guess we've seen this one. We've seen the half penny. Let's see if we can't find it. And there's an interesting shape. Okay. Let's see here. See how that shape. This is Elizabeth II, so it's an English penny. This is a new pence, 50 pence. And once again, we have a very powerful leader, very powerful female goddess there with the trident and the shield. Yeah. Here's a franc. Yeah, that's interesting. So we've got looks like a I'm trying to remember what those things are called, but they're essentially a gourd of some kind with food in it, like you would see at Thanksgiving. 1933, and it's a franc there. Let's check out the detail on the face. Very interesting. This is a half penny. Beautiful ship on the back there. Oh, wow. Very beautiful. What date is that? 1942. Very pretty. Yeah, and not very many people are interested in this, but that's okay. I know there's plenty of people out there doing streams right now, and this might be a Netherlands, huh? Netherlands coin. Julia. Wow, she looks very, very powerful. Juliana Collington. I don't even want to try. I don't want to get her name wrong. So let's take a look at that. Wow, look at the detail. It's beautiful. And the face of the coin there. Very pretty. She looks very beautiful, very powerful. Yes. Here's another funny shape. Interesting there. Let's see what it looks like. This is a 20 pence from England. It definitely had very pretty coins, or have very pretty coins. Mm-hmm. I might just have to do another video of the rest of them, because we are getting into a long video here, and I've barely touched the surface of this coin collection here. Oh, here's another shape, another funny shape, guys. Another funny shaped coin. Got the looks like an actual king in there. Yeah, George V, King Empire, and it is an India coin. Interesting, 1943. And check out the details of that there, and try and get the light on it just right. It's very pretty. It's a very square coin there. Oop. And there we have the king on the face there. Greek. It's I believe this is India. It says India there. Yeah, 1943. Let's try and get let's see if we can get oh, I guess I have the magnifying glass in there. It's funny. I wonder if I've been even holding it in front of the microphone. Magnifying glass. Oh, it's just so impossible. Very hard to get this thing to focus, guys. It looks like we're actually seeing a lot of the same coins now. Here's another funny shaped coin. Look at that. Very wavy. Very wavy coin there. There we go. I can see his face. Gotta remember what the hell those type of hats are called. And it's all kinds of crazy language, but it does look like 1937 or something like that. Let's take a look at the back. This still remains to be one of my favorites here, guys. The silver dollar. So beautiful. So incredibly beautiful. Here's a franc, a half franc. It's amazing how the money was so valuable in those days due to lack of inflation that a half dollar or a half franc or a half penny, I think is what this is in our equivalent of change ratio. No way. Oh, 1984. So that's not that old. Ooh, the back looks really pretty. I get my fingers out of the way. Very pretty. Coming up on the end of these coins, guys. I mean, if we looked at every single one of them, this is going to be like a 20, or excuse me, a 2-hour video. I'm just kind of trying to find the most interesting ones real quick. Interesting. What is this? Bangladesh, Congo, Rwanda. This is a Rwanda coin, or a coin from Rwanda. Very interesting. It's very light. I guess I can't tap it. Come on. There we go. Very light coin. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we got a really rare one here. An American penny. Oh, it's a wheat penny. Look at that. Nope. Ugh, come on. It's a wheat. Come on. Man, that is really just having trouble. Yes, Zimbabwe. We just saw one. No, we saw a Rhodesian coin. Let's yeah, let's take a look at the money right now. Let's take a look at the bills. So I have here. Let's put that one aside. Banco Espanda. This is a $5 pound, a £5 note. Okay, all right. So there's that one. Oh wow, that must be really rare. Okay, so let's take a look at that one. Oh wow, dude, guys, look at that. This is a Canadian dollar, a $5 Canadian bill. That's see-through back there. Interesting. It's plastic. It's like interesting. That's crazy. Look at the back there. It's got astronauts and stuff on it. This must be a new note. I haven't seen this in the collection yet. But that's really interesting there. Bank du Canada 5. It's a note, a 5 note. Interesting. Oh, let's take a look at this side now. Yeah, it does look like cartoon money. It's crazy. I mean, it's see-through. It's insane. I have never seen that one yet. Oh gosh, there's water. There's condensation over here. I need to be extremely careful. Let's wipe that up a little bit. So let's put that aside. Let's check it out. Here's another Canadian dollar, $20 Canadian bill, also see-through. Very interesting. Oh, what is that? Monument. Oh, it's in French. But let's take a look. The back there. Really beautiful money. That's extremely beautiful money, guys. Oh, and there's Elizabeth, the current Queen of England. What is this? Bank of Botswana. Interesting. Yeah. What? If the police will not investigate crime, they are guilty of a crime. If you're talking about... Oh, am I still live? Do I have any Zimbabwe coins? I'm sure I have Zimbabwe coins. I'm just not really willing to go take a look through them. Most of them are in such a strange language that I just don't understand where they're from. But I'm about to get to the Zimbabwe bills real quick. Let's see where this is. This is also Botswana. Let's do the Zimbabwe. So funny enough, right? So when Zimbabwe was a brand new country, things already were going down south, and the trouble is that the whites didn't want to give the blacks any power because blacks were mostly communist, and so they were very hesitant to allow communism into Rhodesia. And so, by the time they managed to get a few black people into power, that was too late, and people actually picked up guns. Yeah, it wasn't worth the paper it was written on. So I have here, and actually a pretty rare note, right? This is a $2 Zimbabwe bill, Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe. This is very, I'm sure, quite rare. Because in a moment you'll see why. The inflation happened so quickly that several occasions they would take many zeros off the bills. And let's take a look here. This here is a $750,000 bill from Zimbabwe, and it's pretty thick paper. It has a strip here, but other than that, it is a pretty simple piece of paper, and so this is actually probably about the amount you could probably expect to pay for maybe a loaf of bread. Maybe a loaf of bread, probably not. Probably wasn't enough to buy a loaf of bread. Here we have, though, a $100 trillion bill. $100 trillion bill. And this could probably buy you a full meal. And so they tried cutting off the zeros for a little while, and the inflation would happen so quickly that those zeros came back in no time at all. Weeks. It took no time at all for those zeros to pop up again. So if it tells you anything about communism, about socialism, that it is never a good idea, because all it does is it just creates all kinds of extreme situations of poverty. And if you think bread lines are bad, they had no food, no bread, nothing. Their money was totally worthless, and it pretty much still is. And like I said before, Zimbabwe is actually going through a regime change as we speak, and people are rioting in the streets because obviously everybody wants to join in on the power. And let's see if I have any more of those. It'd be very interesting to see. That's from, what is this? Central Bank of Kenya. There's a Kenyan bill. There's an interesting one there. $50 Kenyan bill. Let's see the back there. Got tusks. I guess they're meant to look like tusks. Camels. Yeah, it tells you something about the banks. Yeah. Yeah, what is it? Muslim Brotherhood. Yeah. Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I have any Arabic cash. Here's another Botswana. Another bill from Botswana. There. There's the back there. Looks like a bird there, I think. Very interesting. What was this one? Amsterdam. Here's a bill from Amsterdam, guys. That's a famous place. Very interesting art on the back there. Looks more like just modern art there. Reserve. Here's a Rhodesian bill, guys. My goodness. Let's see how old this is. Let's see the date. It doesn't look like it has a date. But here's a bank from Rhodesia, a banknote from Rhodesia, which is actually just as worthless as anything else because Rhodesia is no longer a country. I promise to pay the bearer on demand. Oh my, really? Oh, 5th of August, 1977. Interesting. So there's a backside of the note from Rhodesia, $2 note from Rhodesia. This is when the whites were in power. And there's another Spanish bill there. I guess that's Spanish. Like Spain. The same one, I believe. Yeah, 1,000. Oh, hey, another Rhodesian. I guess that's still also a $5 Rhodesian bill. Huh. It's actually different. Oh, that was a 2. This is a 5. So you've got the, yeah, there's a watermark in there. You won't be able to see it on the camera, but there's lions and then the seal, the British seal there. Very pretty. Let's see what this is. Another Botswana. Bill from Botswana. Banknote. So the bank printed the money and there's nothing to back the note up. Certainly in Rhodesia, there was nothing to back it up. The first thing they did was empty all the banks of all the valuable metals and mainly the gold and platinum and silver. But all of that was gone when the regime change came. Because, of course, greedy people. A piece of paper to the bank and get something of value worth more than a piece. Yeah, you're supposed to be able to, but like I said, they definitely emptied all the reserves and all the most powerful people in Africa managed to get their hands on it. Bank of Botswana. It's a $10 note. I think the rest of them are Botswana. Botswana bills. $10, $20. Another $20 one here. There's a bill there. And see, this is actual like bill paper here. And so yeah, let's take another look at that $100 trillion bill, guys. So there's that. And that. I actually have an uncle that lives in Zimbabwe right now. And he actually lived in an entire neighborhood that was completely abandoned. And he used their backyards as a means to grow food and survive. And he managed to grow, dig a well and stuff like that. So he lived by himself pretty much in the neighborhood he stayed in, but they all left and he stayed behind. So there is a $100 trillion bill, guys. Be like, woohoo! I got money to burn, because it would actually be cheaper to burn the money than it would be to buy logs to burn with it. you know, and then a $75,000 note. Excuse me, 750,000. So there on the front, it actually writes it out there, 750,000. Very crazy, very interesting, guys. And that's 50 minutes. I think we've probably seen quite a bit, and there's, as you can see, there's still plenty of coins to take a look at. And maybe I'll pick out my favorite ones and try again later. But right now, there's just so many different coins. Like, there's a really pretty coin there. Yeah, that's not even funny. Yeah, exactly. It's not funny. You know, people were eating their shoes and even their pets, and I'm sure they still are, because that country is just always in trouble. And you know, the whites didn't want the blacks to be in power for that very reason, because well, they didn't. It's not that they were black; it was that they were communist. They had no issue with getting black people into power. They just didn't want them to be communist. Or socialist is really the real issue. Communism was just a kind of a byproduct of socialism. Oh man, it's really faded, but let's take a look at that. Oh goodness. Take a look. Oh, that is actually a really pretty coin. It's really hard to tell. What is this? This looks like a Russian coin. Wow. You got the hammer and sickle on the back there. If you can see that. This is a Russian coin. Oh, it's so hard to tell. There, I think you can see that. Very pretty. But I think I'll leave it at that, guys. There's a lot to see, so maybe I'll just take a look and try and find it. There's a 1922 there. Commerce. It's a franc. This is a French coin. So anyway, awesome. Thanks for tuning in. I think I'm going to come on live again later today, maybe on a somewhat serious topic. I was thinking maybe about talking about the chicken and the egg, and you know, kind of the idea of, you know, what came first, you know, that sort of thing. It won't be specifically about anyone in particular, but it will be on the topic of you know, what started what, you know, who made the first move, what did the first thing happen, and you know, what came first, the chicken or the egg, that kind of thing. Let's just kind of put all these coins again inside the box here.